What's up, guys? We are in the lab today and we're going to be installing the Gravity Pro6 LED light bar from HiLites on a Jeep Wrangler. So stay tuned. All right, so obviously, guys, again, we're going to be installing this light bar today. Step one is always remove everything out of the box, verify you've got everything. So hopefully you've already done that one. We've already looked to check the tool list, nothing out of the ordinary that we're going to need today. The lights do already come connected. So basically our first step is going to be taking the brackets and preparing them to get installed. A lot of times on these light bar brackets, there's foam and that helps protect the paint on your Jeep. So we're going to go ahead and get those set on. And then on the cowl, the two side bolts are going to come out. These are going to go right in there. We do already have light pods on this Jeep, so we're going to temporarily temporarily uninstall them, and then we're going to put them back on the brackets. But that's going to add a little bit more work, so I'm not going to show that in here, but let's get started. All right, so we do have the little adhesive pieces. Again, that's to help keep from the metal onto the paint. Not 100% protectant, but way better than the metal on the paint. I will say one thing, this is actually more like a rubber than a lot of the ones we see are foam. They're just like foam, almost like a Velcro composite type material. And this is some pretty nice heavy duty 3M stuff. So next up, we got our T45 and our T40, and we're making our way over here. We are gonna go ahead and remove these two guys, and then we're also gonna remove that guy right there. All right, so we've got our cowl installed, our little cowl brackets for everything. We've got the 8mm hex bolts loose. They're not completely tight, but we've got them on both sides. So now, since we are doing the light pods here, we're gonna go ahead and do this bracket that ties in there, but there's a secondary bracket if you're gonna be doing light bars. So they say to connect those two first, then mount this on here and go from there. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so this is the guy that actually ties into that hinge. We are going to attach this to it as shown in this part of the picture here. You got 3 bolts on each side with the nuts, and they're just saying it's easier to do this before than if you mount this after and try to get into there, because this is sitting like that. So all right, got these guys done. Don't forget your washers on there. On the inside, it's time to get these mounted up. All right, so everything here is secured. We have tightened down everything. You can see the brackets are on. We went ahead and remounted these for the customer. You can see over there on that side. Light bar time. All right, so now that we got the light bar ready to go, there is the bump stop assembly here that we do have to install, and we can do it at a 90 or we can do it at a 45. So that has to be mounted on to this part right here, as you can see. get that guy on there, and then we'll be ready to put it up. Now what they talk about here also in the instruction is which side. They want it closer to the side of the battery. So ours is actually opposite right now. You can see how this plug is kind of sitting here ready to go. We're gonna have to affix that guy back, and then we're gonna have to de-pin the other connector and make this the new connector here on this side. So it's already set up to be wired either side. Ours is gonna be on the passenger side, so this is what we gotta work with. All right, so this is on there. You can see it adjusts, but we're gonna wait until it's actually on the Jeep before we tighten all that down. Time to put the bar on, finally. All right, so we just wrapped up all the install, put the light bar on, retightened everything. I will say that the kit does come with its own wiring harness and switch. We had the factory aux switches, so we actually went ahead and did our own wiring harness to those factory aux switches from Mopar. So that's a little bit different. We didn't really include that in the video. The one other thing that I wanted to add to it that I noticed is once you get it all installed and everything up there, adjust the bump stop for the windshield wipers. It is very, very, very close. I actually had to move the bump stop a little bit to get it up out of the way. So that's one thing you need to be cautious about. And also the wires, believe it or not, the wire that kind of comes out of the bottom of the light, I had to use 2 zip ties, one towards one side, one towards the other to pull that excess wire up, because that too was hitting the windshield wipers when we tried it out. So other than that, guys, pretty simple install, nothing really crazy. Took us a little bit longer because we already had the pod light, so obviously it's all tight in there when you're trying to run the wires. So I took a little bit of lubricant, put it on one of the second wire, and was able to slide that through a little bit easier, but I did have to re-loosen up that passenger side where they were going down in. So other than that, guys, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, post them below. I'll do my best to answer them as usual. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.